So we've been talking a lot of people who are looking into buying a home and going through the process of figuring all that out. And it's really kind of a fun time looking online and things like that. But a lot of times when they come to me about a home, they haven't really figured out the mortgage side of it, yet it's really an important part of the process.
Absolutely. It makes more sense if they can actually go and think about the mortgage part of it first before they go look at homes. And the reason for that is because then what happens is they can figure out their qualifications first and understand what type of homes to look for.
A lot of that, I think, with a mortgage is that they're not really looking at the, am I buying a $300,000 home?
Right.
They're looking at what is my monthly payment, when you add in all the fees, if there's PMI and different things like that.
That's part of the reason that it's important to go in and get a pre-approval, right, before you actually start house hunting. And what that does is it gives them opportunity to really have their finances evaluated by someone who's a professional in this industry and who understands what the underwriters are looking for.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different than just when you go online and you get like the 5-minute online pre-approval.
My clients, they come into the office and we sit down and we get to know each other, right? I learn about what they're looking for, what their current financial situation is. And those are things that are important to do because then it helps me understand things that they might not have thought of to tell me if it was just something that they did online or if they, even a phone call, quite frankly, A
lot of times when I work with a buyer and if they've had challenges with it, it's
Right.
because they didn't take the time to figure that out at the beginning with
Right.
a mortgage professional. With the loan, whether it's they're getting a gift from their parents or they just
Right.
change jobs or they're buying a car. It's just a lot of little things, which I guess if they have the right person on their team who's doing the mortgage, who's looking out for them, they can really help guide them through that so it can really be smooth later on.
Matter of fact, I just met with somebody yesterday, and that's what we talked about. He's not buying a house till 6 months.
Okay.
And it was a good thing that we spoke because, as a matter of fact, he had some credit issues. And it wasn't, and there were things that can be repaired within a couple months. So because he started this conversation 6 months early, we're going to get them to a place where he can buy that home in 6 months when he's ready.
Yeah, so I guess better to figure that out now
Exactly.
rather than right when you're making an offer on a home or even when you have a contract and you want to close in a week and they're like, sorry.
Exactly. So he'll be in a better place and he won't have any problems when the time comes. We stay in touch with our clients as they're out house hunting, and they'll call us and tell us, hey, I just switched jobs, what should I do? And we talk to them about what needs to happen and what the time period is to wait and things like that. And it's important to learn, as you said, not just what you should do, but certain times there's things that you shouldn't do, right? So those are important to know too, and having that dialogue and ongoing discussion and contact with your mortgage professional really helps solidify that and makes it, and this way you don't have any surprises once you find that home, you can just run with it and you don't have to worry about having any issues at